Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Play Slay the Spire. Hey, it's not a daily. It's the Defect. You might have confused it because some of my dailies were defective. The Defect. 75 out of 75 HP. It's a new character. He starts with 99 gold. Just like everybody else. 5 less HP because F you, that's why. A combat automaton which became self-aware. Ancient technology allows the manipulation of orbs. He's basically, if you play Dota, it's kind of similar to Invoker. He can hold some orbs around him. The orbs do passive things, or you can use a card to make them do active things, often at the cost of energy. I've played him for 1 floor. I'm terrible with him. Let's go. Plus, look at that leg definition. You know we're dealing with a cyclist here. Alright. So these are Slay the Spire runs, where I'm just going to try to acclimate myself to this dude right here. So the most important thing, we're going to have to read, like, pretty much every card, but he starts with Cracked Core. Because of Cracked Core, he channels lightning at the start of each combat. Channeling puts an orb into your first empty slot. If you have no empty slots, your first orb is automatically evoked to make room. You're like, what the heck is evoked? Well, evoking consumes your rightmost orb and uses its evoke effect. And the evoke effect on lightning is deal 8 damage to a random enemy. What, like it's hard or something? The defends, the strikes, it's the same thing. But dual cast evokes your next orb 2 times. I don't know if this does 8 damage to 2 random enemies, or if it does 8 damage and then, like, this thing's just gone forever. So I'm gonna defend, I'm gonna strike, and I do want to point out there is a passive effect on lightning orbs. At the end of your turn, deal 3 damage to a random enemy. Look at that. Hit him with some lightning. We take 1 damage, no big deal. Zap. Channel 1 lightning. So just by playing this, we're going to deal 6 damage, 3 damage twice to 2 random enemies. But we could also, like, pretty easily just kill you. Which seems substantially more useful. We'll get to the clever stuff, but before we get to the clever stuff, I'm mostly concerned about, coming out of this one with a victory. You're definitely dead, life goes on. So I have no idea, more or less, how to play with this guy. I think we're going to suck for a little while here. Deal 6 damage, evoke your next orb. Now, evoking is good, except when we don't want to do it. Cold Snap. Deal 6 damage, channel 1 frost. So it's a strike that also contains a little frost damage, or frost channeling. Let's try that. I don't even know what frost orbs do. I have no idea what card we'd like to remove from the deck, but I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's probably a strike. So let's dump that, and not worry too much about elites rate for the time being. Alright, you're dealing 11 damage. I hate that. Please don't do that. I'm gonna channel 1 more lightning. And you want to know what my logic is here? Instead of dealing 6 damage, we can deal 6 damage passively. Well, technically 3 damage passively on top of what we already have. Plus, you know, if this fight takes longer than 2 turns, this is the right play. So I do want to try Cold Snap. So we've channeled Frost. At the end of your turn, gain 2 block. If you evoke it, you gain 5 block. I'll just tell you straight up, the evocation of that seems horrible. We only need to do 13. If we can get over that, we're good. But maybe if we can stack up enough Cold Snaps, we'd be happy. Let me look at channeling. If you have no empty spots, your first orb is automatically evoked. So if I play this to channel a lightning, it will hit you for 8. You'll be at 11. Is that correct? Yes. Then I could strike you, you're dead. Okay. Whenever you play a power, channel 1 lightning. We don't have many powers yet. Deal 5 damage to all enemies and draw a card. Or deal 7 damage and channel a lightning. Let's deal 7 damage, channel a lightning. I have no idea, more or less, what we're doing, in case you haven't noticed. Okay. I would prefer if you died. I can't kill you for sure. What I can do is Cold Snap and then dual cast. We'll deal 8 damage and gain 5 block. No, we didn't. I thought your next orb twice does not mean your next 2 orbs. Okay, that's the first step of our learning engagement here. Let's channel some lightning. Channel some lightning. Hit you in the face. Okay, your next orb twice does not mean your next 2 orbs. Obviously, like, now that I say it to myself, I'm like, that's stupid, but at the time, you never know, right? Barrage. Deal 4 damage for each channeled orb. So maximum 12 damage, 1 energy, not bad. Minimum 4 damage, or 0, technically. Gain an orb slot. At the start of your turn, use the passive ability of your next orb. What does next mean? Would that be the one that's at the top because it's not the first orb, it's the next orb? I have no idea. Give me Barrage for now. I'm probably going to play a little bit safe on turn 1 because I just have no idea. Seek Injury. Madness, Seek. I will add Seek to the deck because I've never used it, and we'll read it later. Zap, Madness. I will add a Madness just because I already know what that card does, and I'd rather have it than not have it. What the heck are these upgrades? Dual Cast becomes cheaper. That seems really good. Zap becomes free. Cold Snap does more damage. Worst possible upgrade. Seek. Choose 2 cards from your draw pile. Place them into your hand. Maybe good. 6 damage for each channeled orb. Okay, I'll tell you straight off the bat, dual cast being cheaper is probably my best call. It's bursty. Okay. Technically, this is 6 damage, 2 block. I think we'll do this. We're going to take 6 damage right now. Let's channel another lightning. It's weird that there's Zap and there's also Chain Lightning. Chain Lightning is literally just substantially better. Am I wrong? Or sorry, Ball Lightning. You can either channel 1 lightning for 1, or you could deal 7 damage and channel 1 lightning for 1. Tough choice. There's not many cards in this game that are that much strictly better. Anyway, there's 12 damage done to you. Madness allows a free strike. Play a defend for no reason. You're dead next turn. You're dead to AoE. If nothing else. Apply, or deal 3 damage, apply 1, vulnerable for 0. That seems good. Deal 7 damage to all enemies, gain energy. Remember, the energy symbol is different for every character. Gain energy for each channeled orb. Which most of the time is going to be at least 1. And then exhaust. Or auto shields. If you have 0 block, gain 11. Otherwise, I guess you gain 0. I think Blaster, despite being expensive, seems quite good. Give me Madness, which makes defend better. Not necessarily good. Go defend, Cold Snap, which is 2 block. And then Barrage is 8 damage. We are going to take 11. No, we're going to take 9 damage. Blaster is free to use here, but only once. Seek. Give me a second. I think we should Ball Lightning instead. Yeah, give me Ball Lightning and Dual Cast, for lack of a better choice. And then we Ball Lightning. You take 7. We got 3 orbs. I'm gonna blast you. We should go to 3 energy after playing this. We do. That card seems amazing. Let me hook you up with a Dual Cast, which is going to deal 16 to you. They're going to strike you, and I'm going to strike you. And then you're going to take another 3. You're going to have 4 HP left. Yo, this character... Sorry to wake you up there, Ruka. That's my mistake. This character is kind of interesting. Evoke your next orb 2 times. What if instead I just pull out the Zapper? Invoke it once by default. Alright, you know what's important to note is that now I'm starting to internalize. It's like you feed in an orb here and then they rotate. It's like it goes in and then they rotate clockwise. It's very helpful for me to internalize what's going on there. Beam Cell. Already, I kind of like this card. Force Field. Costs 1 less energy for each power card played this combat. Gain 12 block. So we could get that pretty cheap if we went for a power synergy. That's cool. There's not really a power synergy in most decks. Sucks against the awakened one, but... And then Cold Snap. It's basically 6 damage, 2 block, but 2 block per turn. It's almost like a... It makes Metallicize look like a piece of garbage. Wouldn't you say, Ruka? You're gonna play a 3 energy Metallicize that's like 4 block per turn? Obviously, it's a different character class, but... Anyway. Let's see what we get here. Art of War actually seems decent with this character because we're not always gonna want to attack, probably. Now, I would like to just crush you. So we're going to Seek right off the bat. We need orbs first. Give me a Ball Lightning. And, as ridiculous as it sounds, give me a Zap. I'm going to hit you with Ball Lightning. I'm going to hit you with a Zap. I'm going to play a Madness. I was really hoping it wouldn't get Cold Snap. Hey, really appreciate you sniffing our new coaster, and as a result, knocking over the glass that was on it. That's really cool. This is basically 14 damage, so I think I'll go for it. Hey! It's a coaster. 14 damage and 2 block per turn, so I definitely do not dislike it. And then I think we can afford for once to be a little bit passive against this guy. Sure, we're taking 6 damage, but we're doing 6 by default as well. And now, this is free energy return, so we're instantly going to play that. Barrage will also hit you for 12, which is the best. That's the upside. And then this hits you for 16, but we definitely should have made you vulnerable earlier. You're going to die anyway, I believe. You're not going to die. Unless this now hits you for 5, but I really doubt that it does. I hate to kind of waste the potion, but I don't think it's a waste. I think it's covering for my earlier mistake. Gain block equal to the number of cards in your discard pile. Most of the time that's going to be 8 or less. Still not bad. Prevent the next time you lose HP, so it's almost like a slightly different free intangible. I think this is a skip, honestly. Nothing there really appeals to me. Give me a quick rest. We have to fight an elite, so let's skip the shop for now. We want Seek and Blaster, and then a 0-cost card that gives us a... Well, there is no 0-cost card that gives us like a relic, so we'll do it like this. Cold Snap. We want to play Madness, and it's not bad. And then Ball Lightning. But if we play Ball and Lightning, we can't play Blaster. So we can play Blaster for free. Let's start there. And then we'll hit you with this. And then Cold Snap is another 6 damage, and we'll take 8 out of it somewhere as well. You're dead. Man, it's really admirable, actually, from Mega Crit to come out with a character like this, because I don't know, I was expecting... Well, let's look. Gain energy for every 6 cards in your draw pile. It's likely to give us 1 energy most of the time. The fact that it could give us 0 sucks, though. What is Focus? Increases the effectiveness of channeled orbs. Very interesting, but also, no thank you. I'm too scared to try that just yet, before I get a feel for how this character works. Just to make it through the first floor seems nice to me. By the way, this is the worst starting hand I could ever imagine. I'm going to hit you. We don't need, although actually we should. We should strike you, because you're going to wake up regardless. Anyway, what I'm trying to say. I'm having some trouble figuring out how to use this character, but I'm loving it nonetheless. Beam Cell Madness. Give me a Madness. Give me a Barrage. Give me a Beam Cell. 18 damage, huh? Well, okay. Hit you with one of those. Also gives us 2 block. Not much, but it's something. And the AoE damage is nice. Oh, what I was going to say is it's such a different character. I think I just have to ice you. It's such a different character. It's not just like play the cards to deal damage, you know? The end of combat heal for 7. Interesting. I think I like that. Channel 1 Dark. Increases damage every turn. When evoked, deals damage to the enemy with the least HP. It's kind of interesting, but give me self-repair for now. Runic Dodecahedron is great, by the way, when you are at full energy, which is not going to last too long, but... My cat, stop attacking the coaster. It's just such a different type of character that it's taken a little while to get used to, but it's a lot of fun because of the fact that it's so different. It's a flat piece of, like, corrugated wood. What are you freaking out about? It's a piece of wood. Don't attack it. Stop. I hate that this is exhausted if we play it. We might as well play it later. Although, right now, it would actually give us an energy refund, although that's unnecessary. This cat is making me lose my friggin' mind. Hey! Hey! Stop that. You want to stay in here? I don't know why you would. It's just a box next to the monitor, but by all means. Alright, you're doing way too much damage. Self-repair is useless to play. Except it's free now. With the beam cell. Hit him with the beam cell, Dad. Yo, we're gonna get our butt kicked right now. We're gonna take 40 damage. That's pretty bad. Yeah, that's just terrible. I'm gonna hit you for 16. And then I'm very thankful for this defend, which is gonna protect us thanks to the frost as well. I swear to God, Cat, you're gonna freaking make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. What do we want? I mean, Barrage is like our best card for damage dealing. We definitely don't want to burn. If we're gonna take Barrage, maybe we want to take a 0-cost card as well, so we can play a defend. And we are still gonna take a little hit on top of that, but we're doing damage. I don't think we're screwed. I think we really want to kill him quick, but I don't think we're screwed. We'll channel Lightning. It will get rid of this, which is actually great for us because it gives us 5 block and justifies maybe doing something like that. And then I could hit you for 16, but honestly, I'd rather, I think, just do 9 passively for now. So I love Ball Lightning in this situation because I can hit you. Hello, my feline son. I can hit you for a lot and still have 3 orbs channeled here, so I think I'm going to strike you. It looks like we're going to come out of this just fine, but it wasn't necessarily as easy as it looks now. So this is basically 8 energy, but let's start here. Or sorry, 8 damage. And then we'll play a defend on top of that. I don't know if I'm going to get you next turn, but we're not too far off. This is 16 damage. And then you're going to take another 6 on top. We need to hit you for 12. You're probably done. I don't know if I'd consider this a positive situation. Like, I think we're just misplaying like crazy right now. But we have at least come out of it with a W right off the bat. Deal 7 damage to a random enemy for each lightning channeled this combat. Right now, this is unlikely to do that much damage for 3 energy. But could be good. Draw 1 additional card at the start of each turn. I love that. Start of each turn, add a random power card to your hand. That seems too expensive to be useful, but I want to try it. Every 2 turns, gain an orb slot. This is a Factorial reference, and as a result, I have no choice but to take it. I imagine that's not going to be a relic that's too useful for any other characters. But so be it, I guess. Alrighty. Ball Lightning. You're going to hit me for 10. There's not much we can do about that. No, there is. I can make you hit me for 5. I don't know how useful that's gonna be, but we're gonna try regardless. Hey. Yeah, I have no idea how this run is going. It's nice actually to be reminded of the fact that this is actually like quite a difficult game. Excuse me, Ruka, you may leave now. I'm gonna channel some Frost. Oh, I'm very tempted to evoke this and hope for the best, so I'm gonna. We definitely should have played Barrage first, but if you'll forgive me, I'm stupid. I gotta try this and hope that I tag you. Let's go. Alright, so we're still taking 8 damage, but I don't think there was much way around that. So that's 7. Healing for 7 is very nice. 7 damage to all enemies, gain energy for each channeled orb. So that's a huge play. And then Seek basically means you're dead. Streamline. Deal 20 damage. Whenever you play Streamline, reduce its cost by 1 for this combat. That seems amazing. Whenever you play a powered channel of lightning, that could be good. It could be great, actually. Streamline Plus, it seems amazing right now, though. I'm just gonna be honest, like, give me Matrushka. We can't look at everything and be like, all this stuff, we gotta read it all. I mean, we absolutely can, obviously. That's totally something that's within our purview, but at the same time, I don't want to, because I think it's just, there's too many elements. You know, it took us a long time to learn how to be bad at Slay the Spire to begin with, so... I can gain 2 energy by playing Blaster, but I don't even know if it's worth it. I don't even think I want to play Dual Cast yet. It's going to do 16... Well... No, I think we're better off waiting, as weird as it sounds. Maybe I'm wrong, though. What I was going to say is it took us a long time to be bad at Slay the Spire. So, I'm not in any rush to try to figure out absolutely everything working with this character. You know, I'm not doing so amazing yet, but hopefully we can make that work in the future. 20 damage. That's just a good card. As much as I would love Hello World here, I think, we gotta play Defend. But I'm seeing this synergy now. There's one synergy. Creative AI adds 1 random power card in your hand. Then the card that's like, or the power that's like for every power you play, gain an orb slot or channel a lightning or something. That was a relic, wasn't it? Yeah. So we'll, it's not inserter, but I think it was a relic. So we could play Hello World on top of that, and then, you know, we start to get into some very positive implications for us, but gain an orb slot. We haven't built our deck to work like that necessarily. I don't really want to discharge this next orb. Instead, I'd rather take 0 damage and just keep stacking up 6 damage a turn. Oh, Sadistic Nature is lovely, even though we don't use it. We're not going to use it that much. Cold Snap, I love. We get an extra orb. Blaster is going to give us some energy back, so we'll use it. You should be dead now. Yeah. Okay, this is cool. Use the passive effect of all of your channeled orbs. We're gonna love that, I think. Deal 6 damage, evoke your next orb. Evoking is good, but also bad, right? So we have to be careful with that. Remove from your deck, remove a card from your deck, or upgrade all strikes and defense. For now, we don't know what a high tier remove is except for a strike and defense, so let's just go for our raw upgrades, especially while our deck is thin. That seems right. Give me a Madness and hope to hit a 2-mana card. Did not work. This is 3 damage, which is horrible. So if you'll forgive me, I'm going to add a random power card to my hand every time. And we're going to accept that life is going to be terrible for us temporarily here. All right, Tomo, you may leave. Do we have 0 cost cards? Yes, but it's just Beam Cell. Whenever you play a power, draw a card. We have no powers coming up. Well, I want to Beam Cell ya. Deal 7 damage to all enemies, gain energy for each channeled orb. Do we have anything that channels an orb? Yeah, Ball Lightning. So let's seek Ball Lightning. And we'll bring, well, it doesn't really matter, but I guess we'll bring a Self-Repair just in case. We'll Ball Lightning. Then Blaster is free. Barrage. And I really think we should play a Defend. Over all those cards, I think we should play a Defend. Things are going to get a little scary here. Whenever you take attack damage, channel a Lightning. Now that seems very interesting. You're going to want to be struck. I think we want to Beam Cell you. I don't really want to evoke, honestly. We gotta kill you. I hate to do it. You're dealing 18 damage. We have no ice. Do me a favor. Put up 16 block and do 6 passive damage. You've chosen my next target for me. Whenever you play a power channel of lightning. Deal 20 damage whenever you play it. Reduce its cost. Very real chance you would die to this. I'm willing to take that chance. Thank you. That was luckier than I'd like to admit. Where's my ice? It works anyway. We're gonna do this. We win on this turn even though you get stronger because we do get this 6 damage. Whenever you channel an orb, draw a card. Not really what we're looking for. Barrage. Well, I mean, this is 16 damage. We do 8 plus 16. I don't know. I almost think... Let me hit you. Defend, self-repair, and then I can hit you for another 12. Or I can hit you for 16, but taking 3 off at the back end. I kind of like this, honestly. We take 8, but we're healing for another 7 after combat, and like now you're definitely dead. We healed for 14. Rip and Tear. 6 damage to a random enemy 2 times. It's like a sword boomerang, but flipped a little. We're going lightning strats, I think. This is very strange, but I'm starting to settle into a little bit of an inertia that seems to, like a positive inertia. Start of each turn, add a random power card to your hand. I kind of hate it on turn 1, but if you can give me a madness, and then maybe on top of that, like a ball lightning, maybe. Madness at creative AI, which is perfect. It's exactly what we wanted. Put up some extra block, I think. Okay, machine learning. Draw 1 additional card at the start of each turn. Not bad, but it has not seemed necessary to us yet. 30 damage, so I can kill you. And I really feel like, despite the fact that we're going to take a hit in the process there, that's very much worth it. It's also a reminder that, man, outside of dailies, this game is pretty tough. So this is basically like 2 energy, 7 block. We can actually take 0 damage this turn. I think by doing this, and then we do 9 damage scattered. I don't know if that's good at all. Use the passive effect of all of your channeled orbs. So this is 9 energy for 1... Sorry, 9 damage for 1 energy, which is really good. But we could do even better by putting a cold snap up first. And then we get an extra 5... No, we get an extra 2 block out of it. This will deal 24 damage. Play this. My god. They all missed. They missed the right enemy, at least. We needed like 2 of 6 to hit the right enemy, and no such luck. Alright, well, you're definitely dead. This is a tough one. It didn't look that tough, but turns out it's a tough one. Amplify. Your next power is played twice. Now that seems very interesting. 12 damage. Put all 0-cost cards from your discard pile into your hand. What? We only have like a few. But still, that seems like insanely good value. I'm going to try it at least. We'll probably die on this encounter, but if we do, I think I will still... Let's go. We still only get 1 card back, but like... I think even if we die here, I'll still consider this to have been a pretty good introduction. We probably made a myriad mistakes, so I don't even want to think about it, but... You know. It's kind of like expected when you're playing this character for the first time. And I really can't stress enough, like, Mega Crit knocked it out of the park. At least in terms of, like, the character being interesting. Like, you could have just made a character that's like, I shoot arrows. But instead, they're like, how about a robot that has a bunch of orbs around them that do passive things, and you cultivate those? actually insanely cool. You've done a great job. Ball Lightning is really interesting here. I think we should use it. It does 7 damage to somebody and 8 damage to somebody. The perfect person. And then Impulse throws another 9 damage, 5 block out on the field. You can't ask for anything better than that, really. Except for maybe killing him and saving yourself all that awful damage, but... You know, all things considered. What could you ask for? You're going to do 10 damage, so I have to play a block. Let's go. I don't really want to play 2 blocks, but I think we're in the sort of situation where, considering we have passive damage to be done, it wasn't worth it, actually. I forgot we had this Frost, but... Add a random power to your hand. Okay. Well, now, I'm not going to play that. Very simply, because we're frail, we need more than the 2 block plus a defend, so... A defend plus, I should say. So we're going to do it like this instead, and 4 damage for each channeled orb is quite a lot, and you are now deceased, and we've thankfully healed due to self-healing. Beam Cell, Steam Power, draw 3 cards that have burn into your discard. Channel of Frost, draw 2 cards that have random power to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. I like a 0 cost power, if only to learn a little bit more about the game. Bag of Preparation and Omamori, neither of those give us a great chance to survive longer than this exact fight here, but okay. Give me a Ball Lightning and a Madness. Madness hits dual cast. I sort of feel that dual cast is kind of like Bash. Like, I'm not sure it's actually any good at all. Instead of dealing 16 damage, we can hold on to the orb, and, you know, over 5 turns it'll deal that. You're hitting for 15, which is insanely bad. Are you sure you haven't reconsidered how you'd like to do this? Okay. I think we literally have to play Cold Snap, and then we survive with 2 HP. And I think we may be killed right now. So this is free, which is awesome. What if we were to pop this? 10 plus 2. No, we'd still be killed. So we gotta... I don't really know what we're supposed to do here, honestly. I think we're just literally completely screwed. Yeah. An attempt was made, but we gotta do quite a lot more to get ahead. But we were missing a lot of unlocks as well. Either way, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.